Cats live with us for 15 to 20 years, and almost every single day of that life, they quietly wait for the same simple things we could so easily give them. But we never think to. This video has 15 of those things. Each one costs you just a few minutes, but to your cat, it means a lifetime of happiness. And the one thing your cat has been silently wishing for since the very first day in your home, that comes at the end. Number 1. Curling up in the exact warm spot you just left. You get up from the chair for 60 seconds, come back, and there she is, perfectly nestled into the warmth you left behind. You don't move her. You sit somewhere else. This is not stubbornness. This is not coincidence. This is one of the deepest, quiet pleasures in a cat's life. Cats are thermophiles. Their comfortable body temperature runs several degrees higher than ours. Warmth is not just comfort for them, it is a genuine source of joy. And when that warmth carries your scent, it becomes something irresistible. A perfect blend of physical comfort and emotional connection in one single spot. So leave her a fresh nest sometimes. Walk away from the couch. Leave the blanket. Drop a worn sweater on the cushion. She will find it within a minute and stay for hours. Number 2, a little catnip. At least once a week. A dry bundle of catnip, a valerian sachet, a scented pouch. For most cats, this is the equivalent of a small holiday. They roll across the floor. They purr deeply. They drift into bliss for 30 minutes. Most owners have never even tried it. About 70% of cats respond to catnip. The compound nepentolactone binds to scent receptors and triggers a cascade of genuine pleasure. It is safe, non-addictive, no side effects. The effect lasts around 10 to 15 minutes. And then she simply floats into calm. A legal little celebration for your cat. That costs almost nothing. Pick up some dried catnip at the pet store. Stuff it into a small fabric toy. Offer it once a week. If catnip does nothing for her, try valerian. Some cats respond to one, some to the other. Number 3. Sitting inside a box she absolutely does not fit in. You leave a cardboard box on the floor after opening a delivery. 10 minutes later, she is in it. Tail hanging over the edge, ears touching the sides, completely and utterly satisfied. This is not random. A box works on a cat's brain on multiple levels. Enclosed walls on all 4 sides create a sense of safety. In the wild, a sheltered space with solid walls is the best possible resting spot for a predator. Cardboard holds body heat. It smells interesting, and the walls pressing lightly against her sides reduce anxiety by the same mechanism as a deep pressure wrap. So do not throw boxes away immediately. Leave them on the floor for a few days. Different sizes, different rooms. Number 4, finding a paper bag on the floor. You come home from shopping, drop the bag, and within a minute, something is rustling, scratching, and mysteriously shifting inside it. That is your cat. Exploring every corner, ambushing her own tail, fully absorbed. For her, this is not just a bag. This is an expedition. Paper bags combine shelter, novelty, and sound. The rustling mimics the noise of prey moving through grass. It triggers the hunting instinct without any effort from you. Just cut the handles off first so she cannot catch her neck, and leave it on the floor in her favorite room. Number 5, lying in a patch of sunlight by the window. All morning, the sun comes through the glass. A warm, bright pool appears on the floor or the windowsill, and your cat migrates into it, millimeter by millimeter, following the light as it moves. Many owners do not realize how important this ritual actually is, and sometimes they take it away without thinking. Heavy curtains, furniture blocking the window. Sunlight for a cat is not just warmth, it is real physical benefit. Vitamins produced through the skin, coat dried and aired out, body temperature raised above the ambient level, which for a heat-loving creature matters deeply. Light also affects hormone production that regulates sleep and mood. A cat that sunbathes regularly is noticeably calmer, more alive. So leave at least one window with an open curtain. Put a soft surface on the sill. If that window gets morning sun, your cat will use it every single day. Number 6, hearing your key in the door. You slide the key into the lock, and on the other side, she is already there, or racing toward the door from the far end of the apartment. Most people take this for granted, but that sound is something she has been listening for all day, and when it comes, it is one of the brightest moments in her entire 24 hours. A cat's hearing is so precise, she catches the sound of your key before the door even opens, sometimes from the stairwell. She does not just recognize the key, she knows your specific footstep rhythm, the particular way you press the elevator button, the exact creak of the handle in your hand. Each signal is a small anticipation of reunion. Her nervous system begins preparing for joy before you even walk through the door. So make that moment count. Say something when you enter. Crouch down, reach out, let her rub against your hand. Number 7. A piece of real meat from your kitchen. You are cooking. There is raw chicken on the board or warm boiled beef, and she is sitting at your feet, completely still, eyes locked, waiting. A small piece of plain unseasoned meat is for most domestic cats a celebration they spend their whole lives waiting for. Cats are obligate carnivores. Their entire digestive system is built around animal protein. Kibble and wet food do a decent job, but real meat in small amounts is both pleasure and genuine nourishment. The rules are simple: no salt, no spices, no onion, no garlic, no fatty pork, boiled chicken without skin or bones, boiled turkey, a small piece of cooked beef, occasionally a tiny amount of raw liver, once or twice a week, a small piece each time. That is enough for her to feel that her life includes something real. Number 8. Climbing onto your lap and knowing she will not be moved. She approaches carefully, looks up, calculates the jump, and settles in. And the most important thing in that moment is that you do not flinch. Do not stand up after 2 minutes. Do not lift her off. The chance to rest on your lap for 30 uninterrupted minutes is something she may have been waiting for all day. Warm, still, smelling like her person, your chest rising and falling with each breath, the faint vibration of your voice when you speak. Together, these things switch off her nervous system completely. The sleep she gets on your lap is the deepest, most restorative rest she is capable of. So when she comes to you, let her finish on her own terms. If you have to get up, do it slowly. Warn her with your voice first. Number 9. 15 minutes of your full, undivided attention. No phone, no laptop, no TV, just you. Turned toward her, stroking, talking, looking. 15 minutes where she is the only thing in the room. This is rare in modern life, and your cat feels exactly how rare it is. Cats read the quality of attention with extraordinary precision. When you pet her with one hand while scrolling with the other, she knows. The contact is partial, hollow, but when your full attention is on her, she catches it immediately. She relaxes. She purrs louder. She slow blinks. That is the real connection, and it means 100 times more to her than an hour of you simply being nearby. 15 minutes. Same time each day if possible. No screens. Nothing else. That is enough for her to feel truly known. Number 10. A real hunt, not a token one. Most people play with their cat briefly and call it done. A few flicks of a wand, a tossed ball, a minute or two. Check. But that is not what she is waiting for. She is waiting for a full hunt, pursuit, ambush, a leap, a catch, a victory. When that actually happens, it is a genuine celebration. A cat's brain is wired for hunting. Without proper simulation of the complete sequence, it stays unfinished, day after day. Real play means moving prey, prey that hides, that flees, that freezes, that appears suddenly from around a corner, that moves like a wounded mouse or a darting bird. This takes 15 to 20 minutes with the right toy, a feather wand, a mouse on elastic, a crinkle ball, and always end with a catch. Let her grab it, hold it, rake it with her back paws. Then offer a small treat as the symbolic meal. The hunt needs a conclusion, or the tension stays in her body. Number 11. Fresh air through a screened window. You open the window for ventilation. She appears at the sill within seconds, nose working, eyes half closed, reading the outside world. For a cat living entirely indoors, this is a window into another dimension. Her home air smells the same every single day. When the window opens, dozens of new signals pour in. Birds, leaves, other animals, rain, dust, the particular smell of the season. For her brain, this is a full news broadcast, and she reads it with her nose with the same absorption we feel scrolling through a feed. Install a secure screen so she can breathe the outside safely. Leave the window open for at least a short time every day, especially in spring and summer. And if you have a balcony, a fully enclosed cat balcony is one of the single greatest gifts you can give her. Number 12. Something she can really bite and kick. Most cat toys are small, soft mice that immediately disappear under the couch. But what your cat actually needs is something she can wrestle with. Something to bite down on with real force, to wrap all four paws around and fight. A kicker toy. Long, densely stuffed. In nature, cats sometimes take prey larger than a mouse, a bird, a rat. And when that happens, they pin it with their front paws, drive their back feet into it in rapid kicks, and bite hard. This movement pattern is wired deep into every cat. Without an outlet for it, that energy stays trapped. A long kicker toy closes that loop like nothing else. You can buy one or make one in 5 minutes from an old sock, packed with stuffing and rubbed with catnip. She will grab it, roll onto her back, kick, bite, and look deeply, completely satisfied. Number 13. Sleeping in your bed the whole night through. You lie down, she quietly jumps up near your feet, settles, stays. Many owners allow this, many do not, but almost every cat wants it deeply, because sleep is their most vulnerable state, and they choose where to sleep only where they feel maximum safety. Sleeping beside you means she considers you part of her world. Fully trusted. As the night goes on, your breathing rhythms gradually align. Warmth merges, scents intertwine. This creates a depth of bond that is simply not achievable any other way. If you let her sleep with you, give her space near your feet or your side. Do not move her once she has settled in the night. If sharing a bed is not possible for you, place her bed at the head of yours or on the floor right beside you. Let her at least be in the same room. Number 14. Finding something new in a familiar space. You moved a chair, shifted a cabinet, left a suitcase out after a trip. She walks straight to it, sniffs every edge, circles it, sometimes climbs in. Small changes in her known world are what wake a cat's life up, and she waits for them quietly, constantly. A cat's entire existence unfolds within a limited territory. That territory is her whole world, studied to the last corner. When something shifts, it is an event the scale of a journey. Novelty is the primary fuel for the exploratory instinct. Without it, the world becomes flat, and interest in life quietly fades. So deliberately create small discoveries for her sometimes. Move the cat tree to a new spot. Set up a cardboard box in an unexpected corner. Bring something in from outside, a leaf, a pine cone, a small branch. Watch what she does with it. Number 15. Catching you looking at her for no reason at all. She is lying somewhere, doing nothing, and she happens to glance up and meet your eyes. No call, no command, no come here, just a long, soft look that says, I see you, and I am glad you exist. In that moment, something large happens in her world, something she has been waiting for her whole life. This is the deepest and most invisible joy in this entire video, and it matters more than anything else on this list because it cannot be bought, it cannot be faked. Cats do not understand words of love. They do not understand gifts. They do not read human intention, but they understand a gaze perfectly because a gaze is their native language. When you look at her with warmth, with no demand, no agenda, she receives the one confirmation she has always needed. I matter to him. I matter to her. Research has shown that cats form attachments to their owners following the same patterns as children attaching to parents, and the gaze is the primary channel through which that attachment is sustained. So here is my question for you. Which of these does your cat love most? And what is your cat's name? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one.
Your cat looks at you every single day, and they have absolutely no idea you're human. Not even a little bit. And once you understand what they actually think you are, the way you see your entire relationship with them will completely shift. Most cat owners miss this, and it means they're misreading their cat's signals every single day. Let's get into it. 1. Your cat thinks you're just a very large, very clumsy cat. Here's a question most people never ask. Why doesn't your cat greet you the way a dog does? No tail wagging, no sprinting to the door, no desperation. That's not your cat being cold. That's your cat showing you respect. Animal behaviorist John Bradshaw spent years studying this. And what he found is remarkable. Cats never developed a separate set of social behaviors for humans. Dogs did. Cats didn't. So when your cat rubs against your leg, when they headbutt your chin, when they groom your hand with their tongue, they are doing exactly what they do with another cat. Because in their mind, that's what you are. Not their owner, not their master, just a really big, really uncoordinated cat who somehow wandered into their colony and never left. And honestly, that might be the greatest compliment a cat can give. They don't put you above them, they put you beside them. Now here's what makes this even more powerful. That belief, the one where you're part of their world, leads to something scientists discovered that will genuinely change how you see your cat. We're getting to it later in this video, and when you hear it, you won't look at your cat the same way again. 2. Your face is completely blurry to them. Have you ever gotten right up close to your cat's face and felt like they were staring straight through you? You weren't imagining it. Anything within about 10 inches of a cat's face is out of focus, soft, fuzzy, unrecognizable. That means every single time you lean in for a sweet little moment with your cat, your face is just a warm blur to them, and it doesn't get much sharper further away either. Cats live in a world of soft edges and moving shapes. Where we see sharp detail, they see outlines. So, does your cat recognize your face the way you recognize theirs? The honest answer is probably not. But what they lack in sharp vision, they more than make up for somewhere else. Their motion detection is extraordinary. A twitch of your finger, a shadow crossing the wall, the tiniest shift in your posture, they catch all of it. It's also why your cat will sniff frantically for a treat. That's sitting inches from their nose. They can't see it that close, so they use smell instead. And that's actually how they recognize you. Not by your face, by the way you move, the sounds you make, the way you smell. Your cat doesn't carry an image of you in their memory. They carry the entire feeling of you. 3. When they bring you something dead, they're trying to raise you. I know, disgusting. But stay with me because this is actually beautiful. In the wild, mother cats bring prey back to their kittens, not to show off, to teach them how to survive. And when your cat drops a dead mouse at your feet and stares at you, they are running that exact same program. Except this time, you are the one who needs to learn. Think about it from their perspective. You never hunt. You never chase anything. You just walk to a cold, loud box and pull food out of it. They've been watching you, and they are worried. So instead of giving up on you, they step in. Some cats bring dead prey. Others bring it still moving so you can practice. And if your cat has ever dropped a toy at your feet and meowed, that's probably the indoor version of the same lesson. Just pay attention to the context. Drop and stare? They're teaching you. Drop and get excited? They want to play. Either way, they chose you to show up for. 4. The meow was created specifically for you. This one still gets me every time. Adult cats almost never meow at other cats, not even close. It's not part of how they talk to each other. They use body language, scent, growls, hisses. Meowing is something kittens do to get their mother's attention. It's a survival sound, a baby sound. And most cats drop it entirely as they grow up, except when they live with a human. Because your cat figured out, pretty early on, that you are terrible at reading cat body language. You miss the slow blinks. You ignore the tail signals. You're basically blind to half of what they're saying. So they adapted, They brought back the baby sound, and they shaped it just for you. And here's the part that truly amazes me. Your cat's meow isn't one generic sound. Over time, they build an entire private vocabulary with you. The "I'm hungry" meow sounds different from the "pay attention to me" meow. The "let me out" meow sounds different from the 3 a.m. "Wake up for absolutely no reason" meow. They created a language that only works between the two of you. That sound doesn't exist in the wild. It was invented because your cat decided you were worth the effort. It's not just cute. That's evolution bending in your direction. 5. You are the reason your cat can fully let go. Have you ever walked into a room and watched your cat go from tense and alert to completely melted into the floor? Ears soft, eyes half closed, breathing slow. You probably thought they were just sleepy. But here's what's actually happening. In 2019, researchers at Oregon State University ran an attachment study on cats. They put cats in an unfamiliar room with their owner, removed the owner for 2 minutes, then brought them back. What they found shocked the researchers. Over 60% of cats showed what psychologists call a secure attachment style. When their owner came back, the cats relaxed. They started exploring. They calmed right down. Without the owner, they were stressed, vocal, withdrawn. You want to know what that pattern is called in human psychology? It's the same attachment response that babies show with their mothers, the exact same emotional wiring. And here's the full circle moment. Remember how we said your cat sees you as part of their colony? As an equal? As just another cat? This is where that leads. They don't just see you as one of them. They see you as their safe place. The one presence that tells their entire nervous system that the world is okay right now. Your cat doesn't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to understand every signal they send. They just need you to be there. Because to your cat, you are not a human. You are not their owner. You are home. If this changed the way you see your cat even a little, drop a comment and tell me one thing your cat does that makes complete sense now. And if you want more content like this, subscribe, because we post new cat behavior videos every week.
Do you actually show your cat you love them every day? You probably think you do, but here's what nobody tells you. Most of the ways we show love to our cats mean absolutely nothing to them. And some of the things you do daily, thinking you're being a great owner, might actually be pushing your cat further away. These 7 things take less than a minute each, but once you start doing them, your cat won't just trust you, they'll genuinely love you back. Let's start with the one most people get completely wrong. 1. Talk to your cat like you're completely obsessed with them. You know that voice. That soft, high-pitched, slightly ridiculous tone that escapes you the second your cat walks in. The one you'd never use around other adults. Most people feel embarrassed about it, but science says you should lean into it even harder. A 2022 study from the University of Paris found that cats can tell the difference between their owner's voice and a stranger's voice, but only when the owner used that warm, elevated, affectionate tone. When owners spoke normally, cats barely reacted. The moment that gentle, exaggerated voice came out, cats lifted their heads, turned toward the sound, and moved closer. Your cat isn't just hearing noise, they're recognizing you. And that recognition only switches on when you speak to them like someone you genuinely adore. So every day, when you walk past your cat, when you feed them, when you catch them staring at you from across the room, talk to them. The words don't matter at all. What matters is the tone. Soft, warm, slow. That voice tells your cat one thing. You are completely safe with me. Stay with me until number 7. Because there's one spot on your cat's body that triggers something even deeper than your voice ever could. 2. The 3-second look that makes your cat feel safe. Have you ever caught your cat staring at you and then slowly closing their eyes? Most people think their cat is just sleepy. They're not. That slow blink is one of the most intentional things a cat can do, and it's aimed directly at you. In 2020, researchers at the University of Sussex found that when owners slow blinked at their cats, those cats were significantly more likely to blink back and then physically move closer. No treat, no toy, just 3 seconds of soft eye contact followed by a slow, deliberate blink. And your cat reads it as, "I am not a threat." I love you. Here's why this matters daily. In cat language, direct, unblinking eye contact can feel like a challenge, confrontational. So every time you stare at your cat without blinking slowly back, you might be sending the exact opposite message of what you feel. Make this part of your routine. Morning, evening, any moment your cat meets your eyes. Let your eyelids drop gently, hold for just a second, then open again. When they blink back, that's your cat saying, I trust you completely. And if this is already changing the way you see your cat, hit that like button and subscribe. That's how we reach more cat owners who want to love their cats the right way. 3. You're probably boring your cat without realizing it. Have you ever dangled a toy in front of your cat and they just stared at it, completely unimpressed? That's not your cat being lazy. That's your cat being genuinely bored. And it's happening in millions of homes every single day. Cats are hardwired hunters. Their brains are built for one specific sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, catch. That cycle is everything to them. But when you wave a toy back and forth at the same speed in the same spot, you're skipping every step that makes play feel real. Make the toy behave like actual prey. Drag it away from your cat, not toward them. Let it disappear behind a corner. Make it freeze, then dart. Change the speed, change the direction. Make it completely unpredictable. When your cat drops low and their pupils go wide, that's when something primal switches on. And here's what most people never realize. A cat who gets a real hunting experience every single day becomes calmer, more affectionate, and more bonded to the person who gives them that feeling. You become the source of their deepest instinct being fulfilled. That's not just play. That's love in the only language your cat was born speaking. 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough. But those minutes have to feel real. Stop moving the toy like a chore. Start moving it like something worth catching. 4. Sit near your cat and do absolutely nothing. What if the most powerful thing you could do for your cat every day required zero effort? Most owners think bonding means activity: petting, playing, feeding, talking. So when they're sitting on the couch and their cat is across the room, it feels like nothing meaningful is happening. But something huge is happening. Your cat is watching you, and the fact that you're nearby without demanding anything from them is speaking louder than any treat ever could. In the wild, cats only rest near others they completely trust. They don't cuddle to show affection the way dogs do. They share space. That quiet act of existing together is one of the strongest bonds cats form. When you sit near your cat with zero expectation, you're telling them in a language they understand completely. I don't need anything from you. I just want to be here. For a cat, that is everything. Do this daily, and you'll notice it slowly unfold. First, your cat stays in the same room, then the same couch, then right beside you. Not because you asked, because they chose you. In the world of cats, being chosen is the highest form of love there is. 5. Never touch your cat before doing this. How do you greet your cat when you walk into a room? Be honest. Do you just reach down and start petting them? If so, you've been skipping a step your cat has been waiting for you to learn. Cats don't process the world through sight first. They process it through scent. Every single interaction begins with their nose. When two bonded cats greet each other, they don't just walk up and start grooming. They touch noses first. That tiny scent exchange is basically a cat handshake. It says, I know you. You're safe. When you skip that and go straight for the head scratch, it's like someone you half recognize walking up and hugging you with no warning. Not painful, but jarring. And over time, it quietly teaches your cat to flinch instead of lean in. Here's the daily habit. Every time you're about to pet your cat, extend one finger first. Hold it a few inches from their nose and wait. Let them come to it. Let them sniff. Let them decide. When they push their face into your hand or rub their cheek against your finger, that's your green light. That's your cat saying, okay, I'm ready. 2 seconds. That's all this takes. But those 2 seconds completely change how your cat experiences your touch. You become someone who asks first. Cats never forget the people who ask first. 6. Stop picking up your sleeping cat. Can you honestly say you've never scooped up your sleeping cat just because they look too cute to resist? We've all done it. But what feels like love to you feels like something very different to your cat. Cats sleep 12 to 16 hours a day, not because they're lazy, but because sleep is how their body recovers and their nervous system resets. Deep sleep is when your cat is at their most vulnerable. Their guard is completely down. They chose that spot because they felt safe enough to disappear from the world for a while. Now imagine what it registers as when you suddenly lift them into the air with no warning. Their heart rate spikes, their claws come out, and even if they settle into your arms seconds later, something was noted. That spot isn't as safe as they thought. Do this often enough, and your cat starts sleeping in harder-to-reach places. Under the bed, on top of shelves, behind furniture. They're not being antisocial. They're protecting their most vulnerable moments from the one person who keeps interrupting them. The daily habit here is the simplest one on this entire list. When your cat is sleeping, walk past them. Let them feel completely, unconditionally safe in your home. 7. The one spot on their body that unlocks everything. Earlier, I said there's a spot on your cat's body that goes deeper than your voice. This is it. And once you understand why, you'll never pet your cat the same way again. When deeply bonded cats groom each other, they focus almost exclusively on one area, the base of the skull, right between and behind the ears. This is the one place a cat physically cannot reach on their own. The only way they ever get groomed there is by someone they trust completely. That's what makes this spot different from everywhere else. The belly is vulnerable. The chin feels pleasant, but the area between and behind the ears, that's reserved. That's family only. When a bonded cat grooms this spot on another cat, it releases oxytocin in both of them, not just the one being groomed, both. It's a chemical signal that says we belong to each other, and here's what most owners never find out. You can trigger that same response. Every day, take a few seconds and gently stroke that spot between your cat's ears with your fingertips. Don't scratch, don't press hard. Slow, gentle, repetitive strokes, the same quiet rhythm another cat's tongue would use. Then watch. Your cat's eyes will drift closed, their body will soften, their purr will shift into something deeper than you usually hear. That's not just comfort, that's your cat's brain releasing the same bonding chemical it would release with a member of their own family. That's your cat accepting you as one of their own. 7 small habits, less than a minute each, but together they speak a language your cat has been waiting their whole life for you to learn. Now I have one question for you. What is your cat's name? Drop it in the comments right now and tell me one thing they do that makes absolutely no sense, but somehow makes you love them even more. I read every single comment, and I would genuinely love to know. If this gave you something useful today, share it with someone whose cat deserves this too. See you in the next one.
Your cat has been trying to tell you something every single day, and you've been missing it. Not because you don't care, because nobody ever told you what to look for. Most owners think they know their cat, they feed them, they pet them, they buy them toys. But there's a list of things your cat silently craves that almost no owner ever actually delivers. And here's what makes it hit hard. These aren't complicated things, they're painfully simple. But every day you miss them, your cat quietly adjusts their expectations of you. Stay until number 6, because that one, most owners feel genuinely emotional when they hear it. It's something you've had the chance to do every single day, and you probably had no idea it mattered this much. Let's start. 1. Let them talk, and actually talk back.
Do you ever have full conversations with your cat? Maybe when you're making coffee, or walking through the house at night.
If you do, you're not being weird. You're doing the one thing your cat has been waiting for longer than anything else on this list. Here's what almost nobody knows. Adult cats don't meow at other cats. Not ever. Meowing is a communication system cats developed exclusively for one audience, you. Your cat looked at you, studied you, and over time built an entire vocal language designed specifically to reach you. A study from Lund University in Sweden found that cats develop unique vocal patterns tailored to their specific owner. No other cat on Earth sounds like yours, because no other cat is trying to talk to you. And here's where it gets heavy. Your cat has been using this language every single day. At the door when you come home, in the kitchen while you cook, at night when they follow you down the hallway. They've been talking, and most owners never talk back. You don't need special words. You don't need a specific tone.
Just talk to them the way you talk to someone you actually share your life with. Say good morning, narrate what you're doing, tell them about your day. Research published in Animal Cognition found that cats recognize their owner's voice and respond to it differently than a stranger's. They are listening, and they know when you're speaking to them.
Now, the next one is something most owners do every single day without realizing it's slowly breaking trust. 2. Stop touching them when they didn't ask. Has your cat ever flinched when you reached for them, ducked away, just quietly walked off? Most owners shrug, but your cat just told you something important, and you missed it. Here's what's actually happening. Every time you reach out and touch your cat without them initiating, you're making a withdrawal from a trust account you didn't even know existed. Once or twice? No big deal, but dozens of times a day, week after week, that account runs dry. Cats are one of the only domestic animals that need to initiate affection on their own terms for it to actually feel good to them. A study from the University of Lincoln found that cats who controlled when and how they were touched showed stronger bonds with their owners than cats who were freely petted. So what does asking look like? It's the head nudge against your hand, the slow walk toward you, tail straight up, the moment they curl into your lap without being placed there. Those are invitations. Everything else is you deciding for them.
The hardest part? Doing nothing, letting your cat walk past without reaching down, sitting still while they're nearby.
It feels unnatural, but the moment you stop reaching and start waiting, something shifts. Your cat starts coming to you more, not because you trained them, because you finally became someone safe to approach. Here's something that builds on this perfectly, and it takes less than 10 seconds. 3. Always let them sniff before you touch. Quick question, when you go to pet your cat, do you offer your hand first, or do you go straight for the head? Be honest, because most owners skip this step every single time, and it's one of the biggest invisible trust breakers in your cat's day. Here's their reality.
Your cat's sense of smell is 14 times stronger than yours. Scent is how they read the world. It's how they identify you, detect your mood, decide whether this moment feels safe. When you skip the sniff and reach straight for them, you're basically skipping hello and going in for a hug with someone who wasn't ready. The fix is almost embarrassingly easy.
Before you touch your cat, extend one finger or the back of your hand a few inches from their nose. Just wait. If they lean in or bump your hand, green light. If they pull back or turn away, that's your answer too. A study in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that cats allowed to initiate contact through scent first showed fewer signs of stress and aggression during handling. 2 seconds. That's all it costs. 2 seconds that tell your cat, I respect you enough to ask first. Now here's one most owners never even consider, and it might be the simplest thing on this entire list. 4. Sit on the floor with them. When was the last time you sat on the floor next to your cat? Not to grab them,
not to clean something, just to be there. Think about this from their perspective. Your cat spends their entire life looking up at you. You're a giant figure. You move fast, make noise, and tower over them every single moment of the day. From where they're sitting, you are enormous, and enormous things that move unpredictably don't feel safe. Researchers in animal behavior have noted that cats interpret body height as a signal of dominance or threat. The smaller you make yourself, the less intimidating you become. Try this. Next time your cat is lounging somewhere, just sit on the floor a few feet away. Don't call them over, don't reach out, just exist in their space, at their level. Watch what happens. Most cats will look at you differently almost immediately. Some will slowly walk over. Others will just relax deeper, because for the first time, you're not something to monitor. This is especially powerful for shy cats, anxious cats, cats new to your home. You can spend months trying to earn trust with treats and toys, or you can sit on the floor for 10 minutes and let gravity do the work. But now, let's talk about something your cat has been waiting for that lives even deeper than any of this. 5. Give them a high place to own. Have you ever caught your cat on top of the fridge and immediately moved them down? Most owners do, and in that moment, they accidentally took away one of the most important things their cat needed. Cats are wired to seek the highest point in any room,
It's one of their deepest instincts. In the wild, height means safety. It means control. It means I can see everything, and nothing can sneak up on me. A study published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science found that cats with access to vertical spaces showed significantly lower stress levels than cats without them. That's not a preference, that's a need. Now think about your home. Where does your cat go when they're scared or overwhelmed? If the answer is under the bed or behind the couch, that's not just hiding. That's your cat going low because you never gave them the option to feel safe up high. A wall shelf, a tall cat tree near the window, even a cleared-off bookcase with a blanket on top. Any of those can change your cat's entire emotional state. When a cat has a high place they can call their own, they stop hiding, they start watching. And that shift from hiding to watching is the exact moment your home starts feeling like theirs too. One more thing to go, and this is the one I mentioned at the start, the one most owners feel something when they finally hear it. 6. Build a routine they can predict. Have you ever noticed your cat waiting by their bowl at the exact same time every day, even without a clock? That's not a quirk. That's your cat showing you what they need most from you. Cats don't experience time, they experience patterns. When you feed them at the same hour, play with them at the same moment, settle into the couch at the same point every night, your cat builds an internal map of their entire day around you, and that map is everything to them. A study in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery found that unpredictable environments were one of the leading causes of chronic stress in indoor cats. Not big disruptions, small ones. Feeding 30 minutes late, skipping playtime for a week, coming home at a different hour every night. To you, that's just life. To your cat, the one stable thing in their world just became unreliable. Here's what most owners get wrong. They want their cat to be more affectionate, more trusting, more present, but they never connect that to routine. A cat who doesn't know what's coming next is a cat who's always on guard. And a cat who's always on guard doesn't have the energy to love you the way they want to. Routine is what takes that guard down. Feed them around the same time. Have a short play session they can count on. Sit in the same spot when you watch TV. Give them a rhythm they can relax into, and the moment they do, you'll see a version of your cat you've never seen before. If even one of these made you think about your cat differently, drop a comment below. Tell me which one hit you hardest. And if you want more of this, the honest stuff, the research-backed stuff, the things that actually matter to your cat, subscribe. We're here every week, and so is your cat, waiting. Your cat did something today that you completely ignored. Something that, according to animal behaviorists, was a direct message aimed straight at you. And you missed it. There are 16 behaviors your cat has been trying to explain to you for years, and we're starting with the one that happens every single day that almost nobody understands correctly. But stay until number 9, because that one changes everything about how you see your cat. 1. Why does your cat slow blink at you? Your cat just looked at you, half closed their eyes, and looked away. Most owners think that means nothing. It means everything. In feline social language, a direct, unblinking stare is a threat. It's a dominance display, a challenge. When your cat slow blinks at you, they are deliberately breaking that threat signal. They're saying, I am not a danger to you. You are not a danger to me. We are safe together. Researchers at the University of Sussex confirmed this. Cats slow blink more toward humans who slow blink back. Try it right now. Look at your cat softly and slowly close your eyes halfway. What they do next will tell you exactly where you stand. 2. Why does your cat bring you dead animals? Before you recoil, understand what's actually happening. Kittens don't know how to hunt. Their mother teaches them by bringing prey back to the nest, first dead, then injured, then alive. When your cat drops a mouse at your feet, they have just classified you as someone who doesn't know how to feed themselves. This is not a gift. This is a lesson. Your cat has assessed your survival skills and decided you need help. The fact that they're willing to teach you means you are part of their social unit. You belong to them. That's the highest form of feline acceptance. 3. Why does your cat knock things off tables? This one frustrates owners more than almost anything else, but here's what's actually happening.
Cats are ambush predators. Their entire nervous system is wired to detect movement. When an object is sitting still on a table, your cat's paw is essentially running a test. Is this alive? Will it move? Is it prey? 1 tap, 2 taps, and when it falls and bounces, the movement triggers a full prey response. But there's a second layer. When you react, when you gasp, shout, rush over, your cat has successfully triggered a response from you. From their perspective, they've found the activation sequence, and they will use it again. 4. Why does your cat headbutt you? That firm press of their forehead against your face or your hand, that's called bunting, and it's not casual. Cats have scent glands concentrated in their cheeks, forehead, and chin. When they bunt you, they are depositing their scent marker directly onto you. You are being claimed. In multi-cat households, cats bunt the individuals they trust most, the ones they consider their own. When your cat headbutts you unprompted, they just added their signature to you. You are theirs, officially.
Now here's where it gets fascinating, because the next one is something most owners actively punish without realizing what they're destroying.
5. Why does your cat go wild at 3 a.m.? The house is silent, you're asleep, and then thundering paws, crashing sounds, your cat launching off the walls at full speed. This is called the witching hour, and it's not random.
Cats are crepuscular, biologically hardwired to be most active at dawn and dusk. In the wild, that's when prey moves. That's when the hunt happens. Your cat's nervous system doesn't care that you have a 7 a.m. alarm. It cares that the light is low and every instinct says go. The fix is simple. A proper play session before bed. Let them complete the hunt cycle. The midnight sprints drop dramatically. 6. Why does your cat stare at the wall? You've seen it. Your cat frozen, eyes locked on a blank wall, completely still. First, the practical answer. Cats can hear frequencies up to 79,000 hertz. Humans max out at 20,000. Your cat is almost certainly hearing something in that wall. Pipes, insects, rodents, things that are genuinely there. But the second layer matters too. Prolonged wall staring combined with dilated pupils and twitching whiskers is a documented sign of feline hyperesthesia, a neurological sensitivity condition. 1 or 2 wall stares, pure hunter focus. Daily wall staring with agitation, make the appointment. 7. Why does your cat show you their belly but attack when you touch it? This is the trap, and almost every owner falls into it. The belly exposure is real trust. The abdomen is the most vulnerable surface on a cat's body. Showing it means, I feel completely safe right now. But it is not an invitation. In feline body language, belly display and belly touch permission are 2 entirely separate communications. Your cat showed you their vulnerability. You reached for it. And every reflex they have fired simultaneously to protect it. They didn't betray you. You misread the message. The rule is simple. When your cat shows their belly, admire it. Don't touch it. 8. Why does your cat knock over their water bowl? Your cat's whiskers are so sensitive they can detect changes in air pressure. When whiskers touch the sides of a bowl repeatedly, it creates something called whisker fatigue, genuine neurological overstimulation. Many cats would rather go thirsty than endure that sensation repeatedly. The knocking is frustration. The preference for running water is the solution. Cats are hardwired to prefer moving water because in the wild, still water is far more likely to be contaminated. A simple cat fountain eliminates this entirely, worth every penny. 9. Why does your cat follow you to the bathroom? We promised you this one. Your cat follows you to the bathroom because you have closed a door. To a cat, a closed door in their own territory is a direct violation of their spatial authority. They don't control what's on the other side, and that is unacceptable. But there's a deeper layer. In the wild, a cat using the bathroom is completely vulnerable. No peripheral vision, no escape route, fully exposed. Your cat follows you because they are returning the favor. You are their person. They are standing guard. The behavior that most owners find annoying is actually one of the purest expressions of protective loyalty in the feline repertoire. 10.
Why does your cat lick you? We saved this for last on purpose. In the first hours of life, the mother licks her kittens to stimulate breathing, to circulate blood, to signal safety. That association, licking equals the safest moment of existence, is formed before their eyes even open. It never goes away. When your cat licks you, they are grooming a member of their social group, creating a shared scent profile, marking you as part of their unit. Persistent licking of a specific area on your body is active medical assessment. Cats have been documented detecting elevated blood sugar and early infection through what looked like affectionate licking. And that kittenhood behavior, licking the mother's face to request comfort, that persists in adult cats too. When your cat licks your face, they are treating you as the most important figure in their world. That rough tongue is the oldest language between your two species. Now you speak it. If this changed how you see your cat, share it with one person whose cat deserves to be understood. Subscribe and drop a comment with the behavior on this list your cat does the most. I read every single one.
Your cat walks on you at night, and you've probably just rolled over and ignored it. But that midnight ritual, it's one of the most loaded messages your cat ever sends you. And if you keep brushing it off, you're missing something that will completely change how you see your cat. Let's break it down. 1. Your cat is making sure you're still breathing. Think about where your cat steps when they walk on you at night. Your chest, your throat, your face. Never your knees, never your shins. Always the places where your body gives itself away, where your breathing is visible, where your warmth radiates. Your cat isn't stumbling around half asleep. They're running a check on you. In the wild, a sleeping companion that stops moving is a warning sign. So when the house goes quiet and you go completely still, your cat comes to confirm you're still here. Still breathing, still alive. And here's why it happens at night specifically. During the day you're moving, talking, reacting. You're obviously alive. But at night, you go offline, no movement, no sound, no signal. So they come to find one. And there's one more reason they keep choosing you as their landing spot at 3 a.m. Something that starts way back in kittenhood. I'm saving that one for last because once you hear it, every midnight visit lands differently. 2. Every step on your body is an ownership stamp. Here's something most cat owners never think about. Why does your cat walk across you instead of just sitting beside you? Because sitting beside you doesn't do what walking on you does. Your cat has scent glands in the pads of their paws. Every step they take on your skin, your blanket, your pillow, leaves behind a chemical tag that you can't smell. But every other animal in that house absolutely can. During the day, you erase it, you shower, you go outside, you touch other people, other things. By bedtime, their mark is gone, so they come back and reset it. Walk across your chest, press their paws in, and quietly declare, "This one is mine." Research from the University of Lincoln found that cats in multi-pet households do this significantly more than solo cats. Because when there's competition, marking becomes urgent. So your cat pacing across you at 2 a.m. isn't random and it isn't rude. It's renewal. 3. They heard something you didn't. Picture this. You're deep asleep. And your cat suddenly plants both paws on your chest, wide-eyed, staring at the wall. No warning, no buildup, just alert. That's not your cat being dramatic. That's your cat reacting to something real. Cats can hear up to 64,000 hertz. You max out at around 20,000. That means your cat has access to an entire layer of sound that is completely invisible to you. The creak of a pipe behind the drywall, a car slowing down outside, an animal moving through the yard. You slept through all of it. Your cat didn't. And when they hear something unfamiliar, they don't run. They climb to the safest, highest, most familiar surface in the room. At night, that surface is you. Research published in Animal Cognition confirmed that cats can identify familiar versus unfamiliar sounds, even from a resting state. Part of their brain never fully switches off. Even when they look completely passed out next to you, they're scanning. And when something trips the alarm, they go straight to you. 4. Your body is a thermal target. Why does your cat always end up on the warmest part of you? Not beside you, not near you, on top of you, directly on the hottest zone. Here's the biology. A cat's resting body temperature runs between 38 and 39 degrees Celsius. That's higher than yours, which means they lose body heat faster, and especially at night when the house cools and the sun's gone. So they go looking for a substitute heat source, and you're the best one in the building. But watch what they do when they first climb on. They don't just drop down anywhere, they walk. Slowly across your legs, pause on your stomach, shift to your chest, then settle. That whole routine isn't random wandering. That is a thermal scan. Their paw pads are reading temperature differences across zones of your body until they find the peak. Your core, your chest, your lap. Maximum heat output. And if this gets worse in winter, that's not your cat suddenly feeling more affectionate. That's the temperature gap getting bigger, and you becoming more valuable. 5. They're running a wake-up campaign. Sometimes your cat doesn't just walk on you and settle. They walk on you, then sit on your face, then purr at maximum volume directly into your ear, then bat at your hand until there is no possible way to keep sleeping. That is not affection. That is a strategy. Cats are crepuscular, hardwired to peak at dawn and dusk. So while you're in your deepest sleep around 5 a.m., your cat is entering biological prime time. Alert, energized, with an agenda. And that agenda usually falls into 2 categories. The first is food. Cats have shockingly accurate internal clocks. A study from the University of Zurich found cats can anticipate feeding times within a 15-minute window. So when your cat starts the campaign at 5:45 and breakfast is at 6 hours, that's not coincidence, that's planning. The second is boredom. If they haven't burned enough energy during the day, that surplus hits at night. And the smartest thing they can do with it is go wake up the one creature in the house that can solve the problem. Now here's the critical mistake most owners make. If you get up and feed them or play with them to make it stop, you just train them to do it again. Every single morning. They learn fast that walking on your face at 5 a.m. gets results. And once that's locked in, good luck undoing it. 6. When they need on you, they're calling you mom. Remember at the start when I said there's a deeper reason your cat keeps choosing you? That goes all the way back to kittenhood? This is it. If your cat walks on you and then starts pressing their paws in and out, slow, rhythmic, deliberate, that behavior has a name. Most people call it making biscuits. But what's actually happening underneath that cute nickname is one of the most emotionally raw things your cat will ever do around you. Kittens knead against their mother's belly from the moment they're born. It stimulates milk flow. It's tied to warmth, safety, and the very first feeling of being okay in the world. That wiring never leaves them. So when your adult cat climbs on you in the middle of the night and starts kneading your chest, their nervous system is replaying something ancient. Your warmth, your breathing, your heartbeat. It all maps onto the safest memory they have. In that moment, you don't feel like their owner. You feel like mom. If any of this shifted something for you, drop a comment and tell me the one thing your cat does at night that finally makes sense. And if you want to understand your cat at this level every single week, subscribe. Because this is exactly what we do here. Your cat has been trying to tell you things. Let's keep figuring it out together. Your cat just touched you with their paw, and you probably smiled and moved on. But that one small gesture carries more meaning than most owners will ever realize. And if you respond the wrong way, which most people instinctively do, you might be quietly shutting down something your cat was trying to open. Let's talk about what's really happening. 1. They're not begging, they're choosing you. Picture this. You're sitting on the couch, scrolling your phone. Your cat walks over and places one paw gently on your arm. No meowing, no drama, just that. Here's what most people don't know. That paw touch is one of the most intentional things your cat can do. Cats didn't evolve to ask humans for things. The meow? That's actually something they developed almost entirely for us. But the paw touch is different. It comes from how cats communicate with other cats. It's a low-pressure signal. Quiet, controlled, deliberate. It means, I need something, but I'm not going to force it. And the reason they're using it on you specifically? They trust that you'll understand without them having to escalate. Dogs bark. Dogs whine. Dogs shove their face into yours. Your cat? They tap. That's not passivity. That's respect. And here's what makes it even more significant. That gentle tap isn't always about food or attention. Sometimes it's the first sign of something much deeper. A level of trust so rare, most owners never recognize it when it's right in front of them. I'll come back to that at the end, because once you understand it, every single paw touch will feel completely different. 2, they learned this from their mother. This one changes everything about how you see the gesture. When your cat was a newborn kitten, blind, helpless, completely dependent, the very first thing they learned to do with their paws was press them against their mother. That motion, the push and pull against her belly, stimulated milk flow. But it did something far more powerful than that. It created the first internal feeling of safety they ever had, warmth, comfort. Everything is okay. That association is hardwired into them. It never leaves. So when your adult cat places their paw on you, they're not just touching you. They're tapping into the oldest, deepest emotional memory they carry. You've become what their mother once was, the place where their nervous system finally relaxes. This is why some cats will put their paw on you and almost immediately close their eyes. The touch itself triggers something. It tells them, I'm with someone safe. And that someone is you. 3, that paw is marking you as theirs. Here's something most cat owners have absolutely no idea about. Your cat has scent glands in their paw pads, not just their face, not just their cheeks, their paws. So when they press that paw against your skin, they're not just touching you, they're leaving an invisible chemical signature on you, one that you can't smell, but that every other animal absolutely registers. It says one thing very clearly: this one is mine. Think about what your cat chooses to mark: their favorite sleeping spot, the corner of the couch they've claimed, their most trusted possessions, and you. You're on that list. Not because they see you as an object, but because you matter to them. Cats don't mark things they don't care about. They mark what they want to protect. So the next time that little paw lands on your arm, you've just been claimed. And that's the highest compliment they know how to give. 4, they know you're about to leave before you do. Has your cat ever put their paw on you, right at the exact moment you were about to stand up? Like they knew what was coming before you even moved? They did. Cats are extraordinary readers of body language. They pick up on signals that most humans don't even consciously register. The shift in your weight, the subtle tension in your legs before you stand, the tiny change in your breathing pattern when your attention moves somewhere else. Your cat sees all of it. And when they place their paw on you in that exact moment, they're making one quiet request: stay. This is not neediness. This is not clinginess. This is one of the most vulnerable things a cat can do. Because cats don't ask. They're independent by nature. They hide pain. They mask weakness. They pretend they don't need anyone. So when a cat actively reaches out and asks you not to leave, even in this tiny wordless way, it means something real. They've learned your patterns. They know what that shift in your body means. And instead of just watching you go, they reach out. 5, they're running a silent wellness check on you. Has your cat ever pressed their paw into your chest while you were asleep? Tapped your face when you were perfectly still on the couch? Most people assume their cat is being annoying, wants food, wants attention. Just being a cat. But here's what's actually happening. When you're completely still and silent for an extended period, you stop producing all the signals your cat normally uses to track you. No movement, no talking, no shifting around. To your cat's brain, something feels wrong, so they investigate. That paw on your chest? They're feeling for the rise and fall of your breathing? That tap on your face? They need you to react, to prove you're okay. Animal behaviorists call this a wellness check, and cats only perform it on the people they're most bonded to. Not guests, not strangers, you, the one they've chosen. So the next time your cat wakes you up with a paw to the face at 6 a.m., take a breath before you get frustrated. In their quiet, clumsy way, they were worried about you. 6, one paw resting on you means they'd risk everything for you. I told you at the start that some paw touches are signs of something deeper. Something so rare that most owners never recognize it when it's happening. This is it. When your cat places their paw on you and holds it there, relaxed, no tension, body completely soft, they are doing something that goes against every survival instinct they have. Think about what a cat needs to survive. Speed, reflexes, all four paws on the ground ready to launch in any direction at a moment's notice. A cat with all four paws planted is a cat that's ready for anything. But when they lift one paw and rest it on you, they've just cut their escape options in half. They've made themselves physically vulnerable on purpose. In the wild, that could cost them their life. A cat caught off balance with three paws grounded doesn't survive a threat the same way. But your cat isn't thinking about threats in that moment. They're not thinking about survival, they're thinking about connection. And they chose that connection over every instinct telling them to stay ready. That paw resting on you, it doesn't mean "I love you" in words. It means something far harder to say. With you, I don't need to be afraid. If any of this shifted the way you see your cat, drop a comment and tell me the last time your cat put their paw on you. I want to know. And if you want to understand your cat at this level every single week, subscribe. Because this is exactly what we do here. Your cat has been talking to you this whole time. Let's start listening.
Your cat is probably sitting next to a plant right now that could send them to the emergency vet tonight. And the scariest part? It looks completely harmless. It might even be the plant you've had in your living room for years. I'm not talking about something exotic or rare. I'm talking about the plants that are in millions of homes right now, sitting on windowsills, hanging in corners, looking beautiful, while slowly being one of the biggest hidden dangers to your cat. And here's what makes this even worse. Cats don't show symptoms right away. By the time you notice something is wrong, it might already be too late. There are 5 plants on this list, and I can almost guarantee you have at least one of them at home right now. Stay with me, because number 3 is the one that shocks every cat owner. Nobody expects it. But before we get into the list, if you have a cat and you want to keep them safe, hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second, and it tells me to keep making videos that actually matter. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, lilies. If you have a cat in your home and you have lilies anywhere near them, I need you to stop this video right now, go look, and if they're there, remove them today. Not tomorrow, today. Lilies are one of the most lethal plants for cats on the planet, and I mean that literally. We're not talking about an upset stomach, we're talking about acute kidney failure. Within 24 to 72 hours of exposure, a cat that has chewed on even a single leaf can go into complete kidney shutdown. And here's what makes lilies so terrifying. All parts of the plant are toxic. The petals, the leaves, the stem, even the water in the vase. If your cat drinks the water that lilies have been sitting in, that's enough. The most dangerous varieties are Easter lily, tiger lily, and day lily. And these aren't rare flowers. They're in supermarkets. They're in bouquets people give as gifts. They're in gardens. Symptoms to watch for: vomiting within the first 2 hours, then lethargy, then loss of appetite, then kidney failure sets in. If you even suspect your cat touched a lily, don't wait for symptoms. Go to the vet immediately. Time is the difference between life and death here. Number 2, pothos, also known as devil's ivy, and that name is not an accident. Pothos is probably the most common houseplant in the world. It's cheap, it's easy to grow, it looks great hanging from a shelf, and it is absolutely everywhere. It's also toxic to cats. Pothos contains calcium oxalate crystals. When a cat chews the leaves, those microscopic crystals embed themselves into the tissue of the mouth, the throat, and the digestive tract. Imagine tiny shards of glass scraping the inside of your cat's mouth every time they swallow. Symptoms include intense drooling, pawing at the mouth, vomiting, and difficulty swallowing. It's not usually fatal, but it causes real pain and real damage. And cats are drawn to pothos. The long trailing vines look like something to play with. If you have pothos hanging low, your cat has probably already touched it. Number 3, aloe vera. Okay, I told you number 3 would shock you. Here it is, aloe vera. Yes, the plant you use for sunburns. The plant people put in their kitchens for first aid. The plant that's marketed as natural and healing. It is toxic to cats. The gel itself, the clear part, is mostly safe. But the rest of the plant, the latex layer just beneath the skin of the leaf, That contains compounds called anthraquinones, and in cats, those cause vomiting, severe diarrhea, tremors, and general lethargy. In larger amounts, it can drop their blood sugar dangerously low. Most people have aloe on a windowsill. Most cats love windowsills. You can see the problem. Number 4. Dieffenbachia, also called dumb cane. This one is extremely popular in offices and homes because it's low maintenance and looks lush and tropical. But Dieffenbachia is one of the most immediately painful plants a cat can encounter. Like pothos, it contains calcium oxalate crystals, but in much higher concentrations. The reaction is almost instantaneous. The moment a cat bites into the leaf, their mouth starts burning, their throat starts swelling. In severe cases, the swelling can be bad enough to affect breathing. That's not an exaggeration. That's documented in veterinary literature. Symptoms: sudden drooling, crying out in pain, pawing at the face, swollen lips, tongue, and throat, vomiting. If your cat is suddenly drooling excessively and pawing at their mouth, look around for what plant they might have touched. Dieffenbachia is one of the first suspects. Number 5. Sago palm. Save this one in your memory forever. The sago palm is one of the most deadly plants known to veterinary medicine. Not just for cats, for dogs too. Every single part of this plant is toxic. The leaves, the roots, the seeds. But the seeds, also called nuts, are the most dangerous. They contain a toxin called psychosin, and psychosin causes catastrophic liver failure. The survival rate for cats that ingest sago palm seeds is less than 50%. Even with immediate veterinary treatment, even if you catch it fast, less than 50%. Symptoms appear within 15 minutes. Vomiting, diarrhea, extreme weakness, seizures. Liver failure follows within 2 to 3 days. The sago palm looks like a small decorative palm tree. It's sold in garden centers everywhere. People put it on patios and in living rooms, and most people have absolutely no idea how lethal it is. If you have a sago palm and a cat, that plant needs to leave your home today, no exceptions. Here's the truth nobody wants to say. Most cat owners find out about these plants the hard way. They come home and something is wrong. Their cat is drooling, or lethargic, or crying in pain, and they spend hours trying to figure out why. Don't be that person. You have the information right now, so here's what I want you to do. After this video, walk through your home, check every single plant, and if you find any of these 5, lilies, pothos, aloe vera, Dieffenbachia, sago palm, move them somewhere your cat absolutely cannot reach, or remove them entirely. Your cat cannot read a warning label. They cannot know what's dangerous. That's your job as their owner. And if you're not sure about a plant that's not on this list, the ASPCA has a complete toxic plant database online. ASPCA.org. Bookmark it. Use it. Now drop a comment below and tell me, did you have any of these plants at home? Which one surprised you the most? I read every single comment, and if this video helped you, or if you think it could help another cat owner, share it with them right now. One share could save a cat's life. And if you want more videos about keeping your cat safe and healthy, subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel is for. Your cat is counting on you. Don't let them down. Your cat is watching you right now, and they are hoping you will do something you have probably never done. Not feed them, not play with them. Something deeper, something that gets written into their nervous system and stays there for the rest of their life. Science has confirmed it. Cats carry something remarkably close to human episodic memory, and certain moments with you shape them permanently. I am going to share all 7 of these acts with you today, but I want you to stay until the very end, because the last one is the one most people never get right, and once you hear it, you will never forget it either. Let us go. Number 1. The hidden spot that changes everything. Stop petting your cat the way you have always petted them. I am serious. Most people go straight for the top of the head, maybe behind the ears. It feels natural. The cat tolerates it. But tolerates is the key word. There is one specific spot on your cat's body that carries emotional significance approximately 10 times greater than anywhere else you are touching. and researchers say only about 1 in every 20 cat owners ever finds it on their own. It is called the temporal gland, that soft, warm space between the eye and the ear, right where the cheek curves into the temple. When a mother cat cleans her newborn kittens, she focuses exactly there, and it is not by accident. That area contains scent glands that release pheromones when touched with gentleness and intention. These pheromones create what scientists call a social odor memory, a permanent imprint woven into your cat's emotional map. At the same time, that touch triggers a wave of oxytocin that literally rewires how the kitten and the adult cat responds to stress, not just in the moment. Researchers at Oregon State University found that cats regularly petted in that region show cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, approximately 40% lower throughout their entire lives. Not during the session, throughout their lives. The technique is simple. 1 fingertip, slow, gentle, circular. When you touch that spot with care, you are not just petting them, you are writing yourself into their nervous system. That memory does not fade. It consolidates, growing stronger and more permanent over time. Now, speaking of things that permanently shape your cat's brain, the next act is something you do every single day, and you probably have no idea how much damage the wrong version is causing. Number 2. What happens in the first 10 seconds of the morning? Your cat wakes up every morning and performs a biological ritual. Researchers call it the social check. In the wild, this was survival. Every member of the group confirming that everyone made it through the night. In your home, you are the group, and the way you respond in the first 10 seconds after your cat approaches you in the morning determines their emotional state for the next 16 hours. Not an hour, 16 hours. Researchers at the University of Georgia tracked this precisely. Cats who received morning acknowledgement, even something as small as a few words, a slow blink, or a hand extended, ate approximately 30% more throughout the day, played twice as much, fell into deep sleep more quickly at night. But the cats who were ignored, after approximately 12 days of being dismissed in that morning moment, they stopped approaching. The neural pathway that supports bonding behavior begins to be pruned. Scientists call it synaptic elimination. The brain literally stops expecting connection. And here's the part that stays with you. You do not need to get out of bed. You do not need to perform a whole routine. A quiet good morning, a hand extended from under the covers, your eyes opening and meeting theirs. That is the entire ritual, and it activates their attachment system for the full day. Number 3, the voice that either grows or shrinks their brain. This one surprises almost everyone. Your cat does not just like hearing your voice. They need it in a way that is biological, neurological, measurable. Japanese researchers using functional brain scans discovered that cats who are spoken to regularly develop a thicker auditory cortex, the part of the brain responsible for processing human speech. It physically grows. New neural connections form that simply were not there before. But the flip side? Cats raised in quiet homes, where no one speaks to them directly, show brain patterns nearly identical to cats with hearing loss. Their brains shrink from the silence. Now here is something most people get wrong. Baby talk, that high-pitched, squeaky sing-song voice, actually mimics the distress calls of young kittens. It increases anxiety instead of comfort. What your cat needs is a normal tone, the same voice you would use with a close friend. Tell them about the frustrating email you just got. Narrate what you are cooking. Comment on the rain while you both stare out the window together. And here is a detail that genuinely fascinates researchers. Cats can tell the difference between you talking about them and talking directly to them. They read your emotional state from the rhythm of your voice alone. In homes where there is very little direct conversation with cats, many develop what specialists call selective mutism. They simply stop meowing. They stop trying because they learned that communication does not lead to connection. That is one of the quietest forms of heartbreak in a cat's life. Number 4, the signal you are crossing right now. Here is something uncomfortable. Every cat has a limit, a precise point where pleasant stimulation flips into neurological overload. The Cornell Feline Health Center calls it the petting threshold, and most people blow right past it without ever realizing what they have done. The signs your cat gives you are clear if you know what to look for. A tail that begins to tremble, skin that ripples along the spine, ears tilting back, a subtle shift in body weight, pupils that suddenly expand wide. This is not attitude. This is not them being difficult. This is their nervous system sending a distress signal. The skin receptors are saturated. The brain is receiving more stimulation than it can safely process, and the body is beginning to prepare a stress response. When you notice these signs and stop immediately, something profound happens. The cat releases GABA, a neurotransmitter that reinforces trust pathways in the brain. They learn at a neurological level that you are safe because you listen. Researchers call this predictive comfort. The nervous system begins to anticipate safety when you approach. But when you push past those signals, you activate the sympathetic nervous system, the same system a predator triggers. Some cats live with this for years, accumulating a stress debt that eventually surfaces as aggression, withdrawal, or chronic illness. Every boundary you respect is stored. Every boundary you cross is stored. These memories form the safety map your cat holds of you for the rest of their life. If you are finding this valuable, hit the like button and subscribe right now. I post new videos regularly, and I do not want you to miss them. Number 5. The thing you do every day that traumatizes them. You probably leave the house the wrong way, every single day. Research from the University of Lincoln shows that approximately 20 minutes before you walk out the door, your cat already knows you are leaving. They recognized your routine before you even picked up your keys. The specific sound of the keys, the way you put on your shoes, the movement toward the bag. Their heart rate climbs 30%. Stress hormones surge through the body. Pupils dilate completely. And then most owners do one of two things. They ignore the cat entirely on the way out, or they make a long, emotional, drawn-out goodbye. Behavioral specialists say both responses cause lasting psychological damage. What your cat needs is a departure ritual, not an emotional performance, not silence, a ritual. One phrase, always the same tone. A treat, always left in the same location, or a specific toy that appears only at departure time. Through repetition, the hippocampus builds anticipatory safety. Your cat learns through pattern that your leaving always means your return. Cats with established departure rituals show 50% less destructive behavior when alone. Their amygdala, the brain's fear center, remains measurably calm. Without this ritual, hours spent at the door, body tense, unable to rest, waiting for a return they cannot predict, chronic stress, weakened immune system, a shorter life. A shorter life because of something as fixable as a consistent phrase when you walk out the door. Number 6. The kind of presence that heals them. When your cat is sick, most people show up in completely the wrong way. They hover, they check constantly, they pick the cat up when the cat does not want to be held, or they back off entirely, thinking the cat needs space and quiet. Researchers at the University of California, Davis found that both of these approaches slow recovery. What sick cats need is something very specific: social proximity without interaction. This comes directly from their wild instincts. An injured wildcat would position themselves where others could see them, but without physical contact. Visible, present, safe, but not touched. Your quiet presence in the same room, sitting nearby, reading, working, resting, triggers the release of immunoglobulin A, an antibody that actively fights infection. Immune recovery markers improve approximately 25% faster. White blood cell counts stabilize earlier. Appetite returns days sooner. And leaving a sick cat completely alone? That triggers abandonment stress. The immune system suppresses. Illness extends by up to 40%. Your cat does not fall seriously ill many times in their life. These moments are stored in the limbic system permanently. The way you show up when they are most vulnerable is one of the things they remember deepest. But now, the one I promised you at the start. The act of love that most owners never get right. The the one that matters more than all the others combined. Number 7. The words your cat has been waiting their whole life to hear. Cats know when they are dying. Research at Colorado State University's veterinary hospital confirms it clearly. Behavioral changes begin weeks before the end. They know. In the wild, showing weakness was a death sentence, so cats evolved to hide it. Indoors, that same instinct becomes a form of private suffering. They are exhausted. They want to let go, but they sense, because they are that attuned to you, that their decline is causing you pain, and so they keep pushing, pretending, holding on beyond what their body asks for. Veterinarians who specialize in end-of-life care have documented what happens when owners make a different choice. When they gently, quietly, verbally acknowledge what is happening, cortisol drops, purring increases, cats seek more physical closeness, they eat better, they rest, and in every measurable way, they seem at peace. What they need to hear is not complicated, that everything is going to be all right, that you know, that they do not have to pretend anymore, that they were good, that they are loved, and that when they are ready, they may go. This is not giving up on them. This is the highest form of love in this entire video, because your cat will only experience this moment once, and the way you meet them in it becomes their final memory, recorded until the very last moment of consciousness. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 acts hit you hardest? Have you ever noticed any of these signs in your own cat? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I will reply. And if this video moved you even a little, there is one playing on screen right now about 20 things your cat loves that most owners never notice. Click it. I will see you there. Did you know that only 2% of cats truly see their owner as a mother figure? And your cat may have already made that decision about you a long time ago. And every single day since, they've been showing you 15 behaviors, each one a signal most owners walk right past. By the end, count how many your cat does, because if the number surprises you, it should. Number 1, the belly display. Stop for a moment and think about what your cat is actually doing when they roll over in front of you. They're not asking to be touched. That's the mistake almost every owner makes. The belly is where every vital organ lives. No fur thick enough to protect it. No defensive position to fall back on. Just exposed, completely. In the wild, showing that to the wrong creature isn't a mistake.
It's the last one they make. Your cat shows it to you, not to your guests, not to your family, not to the person who fills their bowl when you travel, to you. And here's the part that changes everything. It doesn't matter if they let you touch it. Some do. Some grab your hand the second it gets close. The display itself is what matters.
The fact that they rolled over at all, that they dropped every guard they have, that completely, that fast, the moment you walked in. You didn't teach them that. You can't teach that. That kind of trust only moves in one direction, towards someone a cat has decided is completely safe. They decided that about you. But belly trust is just the beginning. What your cat does with their tongue tells you something even older about how they see you. Number 2, grooming you. Your cat licks your hand, your hair, sometimes your face while you're half asleep. Most owners laugh it off. Weird cat thing. It's not weird. It's one of the most deliberate things a cat can do. In feline social groups, grooming, called allo-grooming, doesn't happen between strangers. It doesn't happen between cats that merely tolerate each other. It happens between cats that have decided, this one is mine. This one is family. Mother cats groom their kittens to bond them, to calm them, to say, I'm responsible for you, and I take that seriously. When your cat grooms you, they've placed you in that same category, not as an owner, as someone worth caring for, someone they feel responsible for. That rough little tongue on your skin isn't random affection. It's a statement, a quiet one, a deliberate one. You are mine, and I look after mine. Number 3, sitting just within reach. Your cat sits near you, not on you, not asking for anything, just close, 3 feet away, maybe less, close enough that if you reached out, you could touch them. Most owners read this as indifference. They don't want attention right now. That's a misread. Animal behaviorists call this affiliative proximity, and in cats, it's one of the clearest signs of a secure emotional bond. Your cat has calculated the exact distance where they feel connected to you, without feeling crowded, without losing control of the interaction. This is actually the most emotionally mature thing your cat does. Kittens do this with their mothers during the independence phase, staying close without needing to be held, learning that love doesn't require constant contact to be real. Your cat already knows that. The cat sitting near you right now, 3 feet away, apparently unbothered, isn't ignoring you.
They're choosing to be near you, quietly, on their own terms, because near you is where they want to be. Number 4, sleeping on you or right beside you. Sleep is when a cat is completely defenseless, eyes closed, every muscle released, zero awareness of anything around them. In the wild, that level of vulnerability in the wrong place gets them killed. So where a cat chooses to sleep isn't a small thing, it's everything. They have your entire home available to them. Every warm surface, every soft corner, every patch of afternoon sun on the floor. They choose you, or they choose right beside you, close enough to feel your warmth, your breathing, the slight movement of your body as you shift. A study in animal behavior found that cats sleep nearest to the individual they're most securely attached to.
Not the warmest spot, not the softest surface, the person. When your cat closes their eyes next to you, they've made a very specific calculation. This is the safest place I know. You became that place for them. Not because of food, not because of routine, because of something they feel when they're near you, that they don't feel anywhere else. Number 5, sleeping on your clothes. You come home and there's your cat, curled up on the shirt you left on the chair, the hoodie thrown across the bed, your unwashed clothes, not the clean ones, specifically the ones that smell like you. This isn't habit. This isn't random. Research on feline separation behavior shows that cats with strong attachment bonds experience genuine distress when their primary person leaves. Not dramatic distress, a quiet one, a low-level searching, and the way they cope is by finding the closest thing to you that remains. Your scent is a biological signal to their nervous system. It means safety, calm, you. When they bury themselves in your laundry, they're not being territorial, they're self-soothing. The way a child holds a parent's jacket when they're frightened. You weren't there, but something of you was, and for them, that was enough to get through until you came back. Number 6, the greeting that's only for you. Watch this carefully next time someone visits. Your cat might appear, might sniff the edges of the room, might disappear entirely. Then watch what happens when you walk in. The tail goes straight up. A small sound, a chirp, a trill, something warm and completely involuntary. They move toward you immediately, weaving between your legs, head pressing into your hand before you've even put your bag down. Nobody else gets that. The tail-up greeting is documented in feline research as a behavior that develops between a kitten and its mother. It signals complete recognition of a trusted caregiver. Adult cats almost never do it with other cats. They save it for the humans they've fully bonded to. That little quiver at the tip of the tail when they see you, researchers identify that as an involuntary excitement response. They can't control it. They can't perform it. You walk in, and something in your cat just responds. That's not a trained behavior. That's not habit. That's someone who genuinely missed you. Number 7, sitting on your things. You put your laptop down. Cat sits on it. You set out papers. Cat sits on them. You open a book. Cat inserts themselves directly between you and the page. The easy explanation is cats are strange. The real explanation is more human than most people expect. When you give sustained attention to something else, your phone, your work, your screen, your cat notices the shift. The focus that was on them is now somewhere else, and they don't like it. So they do what any young child does when a parent is too absorbed in their phone. They physically close the gap. They put themselves between you and whatever is competing for your attention. It's not territorial in the traditional sense, it's possessive in the most affectionate sense. They want your eyes, your presence, your focus back on them. Not because they're demanding, because they've gotten used to you, and your distraction feels like a small absence they'd rather not feel. Number 8. Following you room to room. You get up, they get up. Kitchen, they appear. Bathroom, they're at the door. Bedroom, they're somehow already there, waiting. The standard explanation is curiosity, but curiosity lasts 30 seconds. This is something else entirely. In the wild, cats follow nothing, solitary by nature, loyal to no one, moving entirely on their own terms. But cats who form deep human bonds behave differently. Researchers at Oregon State University found that they follow their bonded person through the home, using the same psychological mechanism as securely attached infants following a parent. Not because they want something from you, because being near you regulates them. When you're in the room, something settles in them. Cortisol drops, heart rate steadies. You became their anchor, their reference point, the thing their nervous system checks in with throughout the day. They're not following you, they're making sure they never lose track of you. Number 9. The sleeping paw. They don't need to be on top of you. They're not asking for attention. They're already asleep, or nearly there. But one paw rests against you, lightly, almost weightless. That small thing is one of the most deliberate gestures in your cat's entire behavioral vocabulary. Remember, sleep is maximum vulnerability. Eyes closed, every defense down. And in that moment, their body reaches out to make sure you're still there. A contact check, a silent reassurance in the middle of their most unguarded state. Mothers do this with newborns. That involuntary reach in the night, just to feel them breathing, just to confirm they're there. Your cat does it to you, one paw barely touching, but staying connected to you even while unconscious, because even in sleep, losing you is something their body simply refuses to accept. Number 10. The slow blink. Your cat looks at you from across the room, holds the gaze, and then, slowly, deliberately, closes their eyes halfway. Most owners smile and look away. They don't realize they just received something. Direct eye contact in the animal world is almost universally a threat, a challenge. Staring means aggression, but your cat holds your gaze and then softens it, intentionally. Researchers call this the slow blink. It's documented as a signal of deep trust and completely non-threatening intent. Essentially, a cat's way of saying, "I see you, and I am completely at ease with you." What most owners miss is that it's also an invitation. When your cat slow blinks at you, they're waiting to see if you speak the same language. Try it. Hold their gaze gently. Blink slowly. Watch what happens. Some cats blink back immediately. Some walk straight to you. Some simply settle deeper into wherever they're sitting, because you just told them in their own language that you're at ease too. Number 11. They made a sound just for you. Adult cats don't meow at other cats, almost never. Kittens meow at their mothers. It's a need signal, a way of saying, "I'm here, I need something." But as cats grow up, they shift to scent and body language with each other. Meowing fades, except when it comes to you. Researchers studying feline communication found that cats develop individualized vocalizations specifically for their bonded humans. Sounds built and shaped for that one person over months and years together. Your cat has a meow for hunger, a different one for attention, a soft trill for when they're genuinely happy to see you. None of those sounds exist for anyone else. They built a private language for you, quietly, unconsciously, over time. And every time they meow at you, they're choosing to reach out, to speak, to connect. They only do that with the ones who matter. Number 12. They choose you in a crowd. People are over. Friends, family, the house is full. Your cat enters the room, scans it, takes in every person sitting there, and walks straight to you. Not the person who called to them, not the one who offered a treat, not the one who tried the hardest. You. Studies on feline social preference found that cats make these choices based purely on emotional bond, not resource availability, not familiarity with other people, not habit. They looked at every option in that room, ran whatever calculation cats run, and came to you. In a space full of people, your cat already knows which one is theirs. They've always known. They just keep proving it quietly, in moments exactly like that one. Number 13. Turning their back to you. Your cat settles beside you and faces completely away. It looks like dismissal. Most owners feel slightly ignored. They shouldn't. In the animal world, turning your back means one thing. I am not watching for threats from this direction, which means I trust whatever is behind me to keep me safe, completely, without question. Your cat closed their eyes to the room and handed their security entirely to you. They're not ignoring you. They're depending on you, silently, in the deepest way they know how. The cat that faces away from you while sleeping trusts you more than the one that stays alert in your presence, because trust isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a cat turned away, completely at peace, because you're there. Number 14, the full body roll. You walk in, they see you, and then flop. Complete body roll right in front of you. Legs in the air, belly exposed, eyes soft. You think it's adorable. It is, but it's also something very specific. That roll happened immediately, the moment they saw you, before you'd even put your things down. Not after 10 minutes of warming up, not after processing your arrival. Immediately, instinctively, because seeing you triggered something. A wave of safety so fast, so complete, that their entire body just let go. All the tension, all the quiet vigilance cats carry through their day, gone. The second you walked in. That's not a greeting, that's a response. Their nervous system exhaling, because you arrived. And when you arrive, everything feels safe again. Number 15, watching over you while you sleep. You've woken up in the middle of the night and found them there, sitting, still, watching you. Not hungry, not restless, just watching. And maybe it felt strange or sweet, but completely unexplainable. Here's what's actually happening. Cats who guard their sleeping owners display elevated environmental scanning. They're actively monitoring for anything that might threaten the person they've bonded to. They ask for nothing in that moment. No food, no play, no acknowledgement. They just want you to be safe while you're at your most vulnerable. Nobody asked them to do this. Nobody trained them to. They do it because at some point, without ceremony, without a decision they could name, you became someone worth protecting. You became their person, and they will stand watch over you every night for the rest of their life, whether you ever knew about it or not. So, how many? Count them up right now. Genuinely. Go back through the list, and then drop your number in the comments below. And while you're there, tell me your cat's name. I want to know who we're actually talking about here, because behind every one of these behaviors is a specific cat with a specific name who chose a specific person. That person is you. And I have a feeling some of you are sitting there right now realizing your cat has been saying all of this for a very long time. You just didn't know the language. Now you do. If your cat does all 15, you weren't adopted by a pet. You were chosen, completely, by someone who doesn't do that for just anyone. Most cat owners will never see it coming, not because the signs aren't there, but because cats are built to make sure you don't notice. Veterinary researchers have confirmed it. Cats are hardwired to conceal pain, every single symptom, every signal, disguised as something ordinary, something you've already seen 100 times and thought nothing of. And here's the open loop I need you to hold on to right now. The last sign on this list is the one that kills cats, not slowly, fast, and most owners watch it happen without realizing what they're seeing. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Sign 1. Changes in litter box behavior. Your cat goes to the litter box, sits there, strains. Nothing comes out, or maybe just a few drops. You think they're just taking their time. They're not. A blocked urethra means urine is trapped inside their body with nowhere to go. The American Veterinary Medical Association states clearly, a complete urinary blockage can cause kidney failure and death within 24 to 48 hours. Watch for repeated trips with nothing produced. Crying during attempts. Licking obsessively at their lower belly. A stomach that feels tight and hard to the touch. Male cats face significantly higher risk. But this can happen to any cat, any age, at any time. If you see this, you don't wait. You move right now. But blockages aren't the only thing hiding in plain sight. The next sign is something owners watch every single day and never once question. Sign 2. Hiding in places they never used to go. Every cat disappears sometimes. That's normal. But there's a difference between a cat that wants quiet and a cat that's vanishing. When pain or illness sets in, instinct takes over. Find a dark corner, stay completely still, make yourself invisible. In the wild, weakness attracts predators, so cats hide the worst of it from everyone, including you. Suddenly spending hours under the bed, inside a closet they've never touched before, pressed into a corner with their face to the wall, that's not independence, that's self-preservation. And the longer it goes unnoticed, the deeper the problem becomes. And this next one? It's visible every single day. Most owners just don't know what they're actually looking at. Sign 3. Their coat is changing. A healthy cat grooms for up to 5 hours a day, without thinking, without effort. So when that stops, pay attention. Joint pain makes it impossible to reach. Dental pain makes it unbearable to try. Emotional breakdown from illness or anxiety kills all motivation entirely. The back end deteriorates first. Fur near the tail becomes matted, dull, tangled. Then it spreads forward slowly. By the time the coat looks visibly bad to you, the problem has already been building for weeks. Don't wait for it to get worse, because the next sign is one most people have never even been told to look for. Sign 4. Eyes that aren't quite right. Look at your cat right now. Are their eyes fully open, sharp, alert? Half-closed eyes, not sleepy, drooping. That is one of the clearest pain signals a cat's body produces. And the third eyelid, that pale filmy layer creeping in from the inner corner, almost always indicates serious internal stress, infection, fever, severe pain. A University of Lincoln study on feline pain indicators listed eye appearance as one of the most reliable markers vets use to measure suffering in cats. Most owners assume their cat is just tired. They're not tired, they're struggling. Now here's the one that throws everyone off, because it sounds like something completely harmless. Sign 5. Their voice has changed. More than usual, less than usual, different tone entirely. Your cat has always been vocal, but suddenly the meowing is constant, urgent, a pitch you haven't heard before. Or the opposite, a cat that always greeted you, always responded, always talked to you throughout the day, goes completely silent. That silence is not calm. That is a cat shutting down. Cats vocalize to communicate need, but when pain becomes overwhelming, they go quiet. Because in the wild, making noise while vulnerable is dangerous. Any change in your cat's voice, more or less, is a message, and now you know how to read it. Here's the part that changes everything. Your cat is not dramatic. They're not moody. They're not having an off day. They are suffering quietly, in the only way their instincts allow them to. And now you have something most cat owners never get, the ability to actually hear what your cat is saying. If this video helped you, hit like. It helps reach the owners who need this most. Drop a comment. Has your cat ever shown any of these signs? I read every single one. And if you want to keep understanding what your cat is really telling you, subscribe. There is a lot more coming. You thought you knew your cat. You really did. But here is something that will make you question every single moment you have ever spent with her. Researchers who studied feline behavior for over a decade discovered that the average cat owner correctly interprets less than 30% of what their cat is communicating. Less than 30%. That means every single day your cat is sending you clear, deliberate signals, and you are reading almost all of them completely wrong, not slightly off. Completely wrong. And the most shocking part is not the signals themselves. The shocking part is what your cat thinks of you because of it. Think about the last time your cat did something strange. Maybe she stared at an empty corner of the room for 5 full minutes without blinking. Maybe she knocked your favorite mug off the counter while looking you directly in the eyes. Maybe she curled up on your head while you were trying to sleep, even though you have a king-size bed and she had the entire thing to herself. You probably laughed it off, or got mildly annoyed, or pulled out your phone and filmed it. But what if every single one of those moments was your cat trying to have a real conversation with you? A conversation you kept accidentally hanging up on? That is exactly what this video is going to change. We are going to walk through 14 of the most misunderstood cat behaviors, and by the end, you will not just know what they mean.
You will understand the neuroscience, the evolutionary biology, and the raw emotional intelligence behind each one, and the behavior that surprises people the most, the one that seems like a betrayal but is actually the opposite. That one comes at the very end. Stay with me because that one genuinely changes how people feel about their cats every single time.
Let us start with something almost every cat owner has seen, but almost nobody has thought about deeply. Your cat finds a blanket, or your lap, and she starts pressing her front paws into it rhythmically. Left, right, left, right. Sometimes her claws come out slightly. Sometimes she closes her eyes halfway. Sometimes she makes a low rumbling sound that you can feel more than hear. This behavior has a name in the scientific community. It is called kneading. But what is actually happening inside your cat's nervous system when she does this is far more profound than most people realize.
Kittens knead against their mother's belly from the very first hours of life. The pressure stimulates milk flow, and more importantly, it is paired every single time with warmth, safety, nourishment, and the physical presence of the one creature in the world that means protection. The neurological association that gets formed during those early weeks is so deep that it never fully disappears. It becomes encoded. When your adult cat needs, she is not doing something cute or random. She is experiencing a genuine neurochemical echo of the safest moment her nervous system has ever known. And here is the part that hits people hard. When she needs on you specifically, it means you have become that source of safety, not a replacement, the original feeling itself, transferred entirely onto you. If her claws catch you during this and it is uncomfortable, the right move is to slide a folded blanket underneath without breaking the rhythm or the moment. What you should never do is push her away or scold her. That would be the neurological equivalent of interrupting someone at the most peaceful moment of their day and telling them to stop feeling that way. The behavior is not something you train out, it is something you understand. Now here is a question I want you to sit with for a moment. When was the last time someone looked at you across a room and slowly, deliberately closed their eyes? Not because they were tired, but because they were communicating something. Because in cat language, that exact gesture is one of the most loaded signals that exists. And most people have been on the receiving end of it dozens of times without knowing what just happened.
When a cat holds your gaze and then performs a slow blink, she is doing something that requires a profound level of trust. In the wild, a predator does not close its eyes in front of another creature unless it is absolutely certain there is no threat. Closing your eyes is vulnerability. It is exposure. It is saying, I am so sure of your intentions that I will lower my guard completely in your presence. When your cat slow blinks at you, she is making that declaration, voluntarily, about you specifically. A research team at the University of Sussex published findings in 2020 confirming that cats are significantly more likely to approach and engage with humans who return the slow blink compared to those who maintain a neutral expression. The slow blink is not just a feeling. It is a measurable, reproducible social signal, and you can use it. Relax your face completely. Find your cat across the room. Hold soft eye contact, and then let your eyes close slowly and reopen. If she mirrors it back, you just had a genuine exchange in a language that took millions of years to develop, without saying a single word. Before we go further, I want to ask you something. What is the strangest thing your cat has ever done that you never found a real explanation for? Drop it in the comments right now, not later, right now while it is in your head, because some of what comes next in this video might finally give you that answer, and I want to know if it does. Let us talk about something that frustrates cat owners almost universally. You are working at your desk or eating dinner or just existing peacefully. Your cat jumps up, surveys the surface like a general reviewing a battlefield, and then makes deliberate, unhurried eye contact with you while using one paw to push something off the edge. A pen, a glass, your phone. She watches it fall, looks back at you, and walks away. It looks like defiance. It looks like a power move. And honestly, it kind of is. But not for the reason you think. Cats are obligate hunters. Their brains are wired to process moving objects as potential prey, and their paws are primary sensory tools, not just for walking, but for investigation. When a cat taps an object off a surface, part of what is happening is pure sensory inquiry. Does it move? How does it move? Is it alive? But the social layer on top of that is where things get interesting. Cats are extraordinarily fast learners when it comes to cause and effect involving humans, and they figured out very early that knocking things over produces an immediate, reliable, emotionally intense response from you. You gasp, you jump up, you say her name, you come over.
For a cat that wants your attention and has tried everything else, this is a guaranteed result, every time. The solution is not punishment. The solution is removing valuables from reachable surfaces and, more importantly, not giving her the dramatic reaction she has learned to expect. Calm and boring is not rewarding. Over time, an unrewarding behavior fades.
Here is something that shakes people when they first hear it. Your cat purrs when she is happy. You knew that. But she also purrs when she is injured, when she is frightened, when she is in significant pain, and sometimes in the final hours of her life. And that is not a contradiction. That is something far more extraordinary. The vibration produced during purring falls between 25 and 150 hertz. That specific frequency range has been studied in orthopedic medicine and found to promote bone density, accelerate healing of muscle tissue, and reduce pain sensation. Your cat is not just making a sound.
She is generating a therapeutic frequency inside her own body. She is self-medicating through vibration. This is why cats statistically recover from bone fractures and surgical procedures faster than dogs of comparable size. This is why cats that appear perfectly comfortable will sometimes purr loudly during a veterinary examination when they are clearly not comfortable at all.
The signal to watch for is not the purring itself, but everything around it. A cat who is purring and also hiding, refusing food, moving stiffly, or breathing differently is telling you something is wrong. The purr is not reassurance, it is management, and she needs you to look closer. Now let us go somewhere that genuinely makes people reconsider their relationship with their cat entirely. You come home, you open the door, and your cat is already there. She curves around your ankles, presses the side of her face against your leg, runs her cheek along the doorframe, and then along your hand. It feels affectionate. It is affectionate. But it is also something else simultaneously, something with real biological weight behind it.
Cats have scent glands clustered at specific points on their bodies: the cheeks, the forehead, the chin, the base of the tail. When she rubs those points against you, she is transferring pheromones, invisible chemical markers that communicate to every other cat in her environment. This person is part of my group. This person is safe. This person belongs inside my circle. This is not casual. In feline social structures, this kind of marking is reserved for individuals that a cat has decided to genuinely accept. It is an act of social enrollment. She is not just greeting you, she is formally including you in her world. You can respond in kind. Gently pressing your fingertip against the corner of her mouth or lightly scratching under her chin activates the same glands and registers to her as reciprocal bonding behavior. She notices. It changes how she reads you.
And speaking of things cats notice, here is one that consistently surprises people. When your cat freezes, turns toward an empty corner, and stares at nothing for an extended period, ears rotating like two small radar dishes, completely silent, completely motionless. You get a strange feeling watching it. Most people do. But there is a straightforward explanation that has nothing to do with anything supernatural and everything to do with sensory capability that we genuinely cannot imagine. A cat's hearing range extends to 65 kilohertz. Human hearing tops out around 20 kilohertz. That means your cat is perceiving an entire acoustic world that is completely invisible to you. The scratch of a mouse inside the wall of the apartment next door. The ultrasonic hum of an electrical component starting to fail somewhere in the building. The movement of an insect behind the baseboard. She is not staring at nothing. She is locked onto something real. Something that from her neurological perspective is loud and clear and demands her full attention. If she looks relaxed and simply observant, nothing is wrong. If her fur lifts, her ears flatten, and her posture compresses, she is telling you something in that corner has genuinely alarmed her. That is worth checking. This feels like a good moment to mention something. If you are watching this and you have a cat who does things that still confuse you even after everything we have covered so far, you are not alone and you are in exactly the right place. If this channel is new to you and what you have heard so far is landing, the subscribe button is right there. People who subscribe here are the kind of people who take their relationship with their animals seriously, and that is exactly who this channel is made for. Let us go to one of the most dramatic behaviors in any cat's repertoire. Everything is calm. Your cat is on the couch, relaxed, apparently sleeping, and then something triggers. Her eyes snap wide open.
Her pupils dilate completely. She launches off the couch at full speed, tears through the hallway, rebounds off the wall, skids across the floor, leaps onto the bed, bounces off the headboard, disappears into another room, crashes into something, goes silent for 3 seconds, and then walks back out completely calm, as if none of that just happened.
This is called a frenetic random activity period, and despite how chaotic it looks, it is completely normal and serves a genuine physiological function. Domestic cats are built for burst hunting, short explosive sprints, rapid directional changes, sudden vertical movement. Their bodies are designed to operate in intense physical episodes separated by long rest periods. But indoor life does not provide the environmental stimulation that triggers those episodes naturally, so the energy accumulates, and then it discharges all at once in a concentrated burst that can last anywhere from 30 seconds to several minutes.
The timing is not random. These episodes occur most frequently at dawn and dusk, which corresponds precisely to the peak hunting hours of wild felines. The internal clock is still running even in an apartment cat who has never been outside. The right response is to move fragile objects off low surfaces and to recognize that immediately after a frenetic episode is often the best moment to engage your cat in play. She is already warmed up. Her predatory systems are fully activated. A toy on a string right after a Zoomy session is one of the most satisfying things you can offer her. Now we reach the behavior that nobody talks about enough. Your cat has been snacking from her bowl. She finishes, or maybe she just loses interest. And then she starts pawing at the floor around the bowl, scraping, raking, trying to pull the kitchen mat over the bowl, trying to push a dish towel on top of it, trying to cover something that clearly cannot be covered because it is a ceramic bowl sitting on a hard floor. And she knows that. But she keeps going anyway. This is a direct behavioral inheritance from wild ancestors who genuinely needed to hide the scent of a partially eaten kill from larger predators tracking food sources across a territory. The behavior is automatic. It is not voluntary in any meaningful sense. It fires regardless of context, regardless of whether there is any dirt or leaves or debris available to actually complete the action. What can reduce it is simple. Move the food bowl to a corner or alcove where your cat has her back protected and walls on at least 2 sides. The open, exposed feeling of a bowl in the middle of a room activates the cover the food response more intensely. A more sheltered placement often calms it considerably. We are almost at the behavior that started this whole conversation. But first, there is something I need you to understand about cat communication that most owners never fully grasp, and it involves the tail.
When a cat's tail moves, people tend to assume it means the same thing a dog's tail means. Movement equals happiness, but the translation is almost exactly backwards. A dog wags because stimulation of any kind, including positive stimulation, produces tail movement. A cat's tail moves as a pressure valve. It is a measure of internal emotional intensity, and the specific part of the tail doing the moving tells you exactly where on the spectrum she is sitting.
A gentle curl of the full tail upward as she approaches you is genuine positive engagement. That is a social greeting signal, but a flick or twitch at the very tip while the rest of the tail remains still is something entirely different. It means she is concentrating hard on something, or she is beginning to feel stimulated beyond her comfort threshold, or she is processing irritation that has not yet converted into action. If those tip twitches become larger and more frequent, if they start moving the middle section of the tail, if the whole tail begins sweeping in wide arcs, She is telling you as clearly as she possibly can that the next physical input she receives may be met with teeth or claws, not because she is angry at you, because her nervous system is past its limit and she needs the stimulation to stop. Reading a cat's tail in real time is one of the single most useful skills a cat owner can develop. It is the difference between a calm interaction and an unexpected bite that everyone then blames on the cat. And now, finally, the behavior that lives at the center of every cat mystery. The one that produces more confused forum posts, more veterinary questions, more bewildered looks than almost anything else. Your cat comes to you. She settles in. She begins licking your hand or your arm or your fingers with focused, deliberate attention. It feels wonderful. She seems completely at peace. You start to relax, and then, without any obvious warning, she bites you. Not a playful nip, a real bite. Sometimes with both paws wrapped around your arm simultaneously. And then, equally without explanation, she lets go, may lick the spot once, and returns to purring as if the whole episode simply did not occur.
Here is what is actually happening on a neurological level. Cats have a sensory processing threshold that is fundamentally different from ours. Repeated tactile stimulation, even stimulation that begins as pleasurable, accumulates in the nervous system and can cross into overwhelming territory very quickly. This is called petting-induced aggression in clinical literature. But that name makes it sound like a disorder, and it is not. It is a design feature. The cat's skin is extraordinarily sensitive. The same nerve density that makes her an exceptional hunter makes prolonged, repeated touching overstimulating. She does not have a verbal way to say, "I need this to pause." She has the signals we discussed: the tail tip, the skin ripple, the slight ear rotation. And when those are missed, the bite is the only tool she has left that reliably creates a pause.
But there is a second layer to this, and this is the one that changes how you see the whole sequence. When cats within a bonded social group engage in mutual grooming, the session almost always ends with a light bite or a grab. It is not aggression, it is punctuation. It is the feline equivalent of wrapping up a warm exchange with a clear ending signal so both parties know the ritual is complete. When your cat licks you and then bites, she may not be overstimulated at all. She may be treating you like a fellow cat, completing a grooming bond the way she would with another feline she fully trusts. The lick is the intimacy, the bite is the closing statement. Together, they form one complete social act. The way to know which one you are dealing with is to watch everything that comes before. If the bite follows calm, mutual engagement and she returns immediately to purring, that is the bonding ritual completing itself. If the bite follows a period of physical restlessness, tail movement, and skin rippling, that is the overstimulation threshold. Both are communication, neither is random. And neither is your cat being cruel or confusing you on purpose. She has been speaking to you this entire time. With her paws and her eyes and her tail and her voice and her body and the specific place she chooses to sleep and the angle she holds her ears when you walk through the door. The question was never whether she was communicating. The question was whether anyone was listening. You are now someone who is listening. And that changes everything about what happens next between you and her. Because when you start responding to what she is actually saying, instead of what you assumed she meant, you will notice the relationship shift. It is subtle at first. She holds eye contact a little longer. She chooses to be near you a little more often. She slows down when she walks past you in a way that is an invitation. You did not get a different cat. You became a different kind of person to the cat you already had. If you want to keep learning how to read the animal that is probably sitting within 10 feet of you right now, there is more on this channel that will take you further. And if this video gave you even one moment where something clicked about your own cat, tell me in the comments. Tell me which behavior finally made sense. Tell me what your cat does that you are still trying to figure out. Those comments are where the real conversation happens, and I read them, every single one.